house is, it would like block most of the wind in that exact spot.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if there was ever a place to build a nest in a gutter, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, corner gutters.
Yeah.
I mean, we wanted like a gutter extension,
Mm-hmm.
just so that like when the water comes rushing down, it doesn't just spill over because physics.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I asked for that and we didn't get it, but so
yeah.
But so a lot of debris and shit builds up there. So,
but also a lot of nesting material for small creatures.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're thankful for it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, like it's a very cozy spot. In these freezy times.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what she's looking at. There's a squirrel on the top beam. I can just see its bottom half, its little legs. And it's just hanging out up there, snacking. Perfect. Taunting her. That is some vicious chihuahua shaking that we are currently seeing. It looks like
it's a really cute squirrel.
Yeah. Very round.
Stocking up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, are we still recording?
Oh. I guess we are.
That's been on for a while.
Because it's been a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute.
But I feel like, honestly, the last few times that we recorded, it has been a hot minute. Like not consistency. There's a different word for it. Kind of that. But also something else. I'm thinking of a different word.
It's good.
It's fine. Listen, time's made up.
It's true.
So it doesn't matter. We're okay. We are out here making it. We are playing Monster of the Week. We're having a very good time.
Yeah.
And just kind of living life.
Yeah. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
The seasons are changing and things are strange.
Boy howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they? Everything is weird. I don't know about everyone out there in listener land, but I know that October was just like the weirdest month that has ever happened.
Yeah.
It was nothing lined up well. Everyone was trying to go on vacation at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of weird interpersonal turmoil for a lot of people. Just in general, everyone that I talked to, there was they're like, oh yeah, and this happened. And I'm like, oh my God. And then the same conversation happened 6 times with 6 different people. It's like, oh, so it's not just me. No. Things are just weird. But we all survived October.
We did.
And here we are in November.
We are.
And it's snowing.
It was flurrying today.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's real nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm a snow person. I will be the first to admit I'm a real big snow person. I love it. It is not copacetic for me going anywhere.
Sure.
But boy oh boy.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah. If I've got nothing to do and it's snowing, you just turn on World of Warcraft and get real cozy with a snack and it's snowing. There is nothing better to me in my heart than a snow day World of Warcraft day.
Fair.
Ooh.
Fair.
I love it. I would trade one of my pinkies.
Well, this is... Are we still recording?
A podcast about a podcast. I'm Lyndsey.
I'm Jordyn.
And I forgot how to do the intro.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's all good.
We made this up ourselves, so it doesn't have to be any one way.
Nope.
Yep. Nope. Cool.
We are doing a double coverage on this week since I had to miss one of the episodes or sessions. It kind of doesn't really... It's really hard for me to do a podcast on something I wasn't there for.
Yeah, so I'll just be kind of giving a quick me overview. How I felt about different parts of the session.
I think that's perfect because I think we're covering episodes 4 and 5 here. So Panic at the Morgue, and I'm actually not sure what the name of episode 5 is.
I haven't named it yet.
Okay. Yet unnamed podcast.
A yet unnamed podcast episode.
Or actual play.
Yeah.
But we're still playing Monster of the Week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess we'll just kind of dive in and then we can always do a chit-chatty episode or something.
Yeah. It just it's all I will say, because I was talking to Mans about this the other day, we're talking about like timelines and stuff. I am really, really happy with the pacing of Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
It is going pretty much not exactly how I expected.
Sure.
You guys are being super aggressive with like getting things done in like a day. Like you're getting so much done in one day. And that's why like I gave so much room on the countdown clock for like when things were going to start to get a lot worse.
Yeah.
Until like you had like a month. Anywho's really happy with how the pacing is going. Because kind of how I had it in my head, depending on like when you guys started to like hit certain cutscenes, for lack of a better term, like certain like big moments, it was going to be very slow, a little bit faster, and then everything all at once.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to be that like, and like how are you doing with that? With there are several different things all popping off at one time.
I think that's fine. I think the part that's challenging is when they started popping off before we were an actual group.
Yes.
That made it a little challenging because it was hard to figure out how we were going to all work in this together.
Yeah.
And then once we kind of all came together before the bonfire, everything else has been pretty fine and together since then, I think. So I think it's good. It's definitely, we are cramming a lot into like a 24-hour like day. But it's hard because I know we want to get certain things done, and it's like after this, like the next thing I'm going to do is this.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely challenging with that. Because I know, for example, like I really wanted, after the morgue scene, I knew that I really wanted to go look at the footage.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it doesn't have to be like the absolute next thing we do in the session, but it is something that I would do next time-wise.
Yeah.
And so that part kind of made it a little hard because it was like, I know I immediately want to do these things. And so then we just started being like, no, I immediately want to do this, and I immediately want to do this. And it was like with 6 people separate. That's why I think we're now on the 4th of July.
Yeah, the 4th of July is the session that will be happening now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So like, we spent all this time.
Wow.
I know. But otherwise, I think the pacing has gone really well. I think that, you know, again, this is like the first time that we're doing Monster of the Week. Like, I've never done this before. And so I think it would be easy enough in the future with like, if you're like, this is all like really crammed into a really short period of time, to just be like, you would get back to the camp, say like early afternoon, and by the time you were done looking at the footage, it would be like early evening.
Yeah.
So like that's your time frame on stuff, and just kind of like just to like be like, you can do that, but that's going to be the majority of your day. And I mean, like there's going to be some other small stuff that we could fit in there, and of course everything's just going to depend on what everyone wants to do.
Yeah, and like everyone is doing such a good job of like setting themselves up to have things to do. Yeah. Like, and there isn't like downtime. You are focused on what is currently happening, which is good. And like, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, if I was in a real life situation where I was at a summer camp and things started popping off at the rate at which they popped off at this one, it would probably start moving pretty fast.
Yeah. And I mean, like, specifically for, I mean, Josephine literally is here for a job.
Yeah.
So like, she's got a job to do, whereas everyone else is here on like either a whim or just coming back to camp or whatever the case may be. So they don't really have like an urgency or like something to accomplish.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's not fair, because like I know that Spin and Chris's characters
are looking for something specific.
They are looking for something specific. And so they do have something to accomplish.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like their timetable is a little bit loosey-goosey just because their event was 10 years ago. So like, it's not like it happened a month ago and they have to catch it now before it strikes again.
Yeah. Like it's more of a free-flowing, vague idea of a threat.
Right.
That could still be in the area and might not still be in the area. But 1 + 1 sometimes equals 2.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard too, because we haven't had much of that downtime.
Yeah.
Like, we can't really
Well, hey.
Communicate like everything that happened between. And then on session 5, where I wasn't there, like I didn't realize that the date was going to be that night. And so it was like there was still, because it was crammed into that night with everything else, like there was still no time to like tell them what we saw or like go over any of it. And so it was like, and then with how that whole thing went, which is not even part of this conversation.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a couple weeks.
Yeah, like that is something that like there was no other way for it to go. So like with just the way the chain of events that happened. Yes, Trixie?
Hi.
With the chain of events that happened, like there was no way to space out any further. Like the only way would have been, in hindsight's 2020, would have been to make the date a different night.
Yeah.
And like that would have spaced things out a little bit, because that would have prevented that from all being in one night.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
Yeah. And it's like, exactly. Like that would, like if the date would have been the next day on the 4th of July to watch the fireworks, extremely very romantic. But in my head, it's like, if we're like, I am, and maybe that's a me thing, but like I'm thinking about how like in certain situations, like there is not time to communicate to everybody involved what exactly is happening, you know? Like,
well, sure, but if we had a month to do this,
exactly,
like we should have to get things. Yeah, we shouldn't have had to like, or like not that we shouldn't have had to, but like that time would have been there in some situations.
He almost took that one, caught that one directly with it. Oh, a cat in the mirror. But yeah, but like still knocked it out of the park. Like everyone came back together with that, like with the date situation, like came back together and like flawless.
Yeah. It's just that like that's why everything's crammed so
tightly.
Yeah,
and everything just all popping off at one time, and it's like I'm really glad that it is all flowing the way that it is, because like it makes it feel a little bit more chaotic, and I feel like if you were in this situation,
it definitely feels chaotic.
It would be real chaotic.
Yeah.
So like I like that, and like I hope that it's reading well to like to that feeling of like, oh, I don't have my hand on all of the pieces, which to me, as a horror trope, is terrifying.
Sure.
You can't hold all the plates at once. So like, that scares me. Yeah. So like that is something that I've been trying to kind of like lean into. It's like plates are going to start falling, but which ones can you keep in the air, you know?
Yeah.
And so like that, and maybe it's just because I'm like really excited about campaign 4. Who knows? I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm just like super stoked, but that's just me. But circling all the way back around. So during the episode 4 was you guys all took watch.
Yep.
And then like Terumi made a really fantastic move with like warding the cabin against bugs. Yep, which comes to fruition in a really interesting way that like it is so fun to be the keeper in these situations, to like have that have happened. And then you guys so naturally hand me something after that it's like I get to bring that up.
Yeah.
And this gets to make, like, not that it wouldn't have made an actual difference had event B not happened, but like really having that have an effect on the world and the gameplay and like the outcome of the story.
Yeah.
Because like that completely changed where the story is going.
Yeah.
In my head.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe cool. Not like ultimately, but it's like, okay, it changed things for me. It changed the way that I'm playing things.
That's good. So like, I mean, and that's part of being, you know, a keeper or a DM or a GM is just like, that's, you can't plan everything to a T.
No.
Because the choices that people make is what makes the story shape and develop, and like having the ability to make it important later, I think is really cool, because I think like one of the main things, I mean, any TTRPG, at least from what I know, since I've only really played 2 now, but any TTRPG, like the whole idea is it's a collaborative storytelling game.
Yeah.
And so like if choices don't have consequences, whether they're good or bad, then what are we even doing here?
Yeah.
Like it's not a TTRPG if like choices don't have consequences. So seeing like a choice that is made, that it's a really good creative idea, have an effect later on, I think is so cool.
Yeah.
And like it has an effect that was sort of, without spoiling it, like it's sort of what we expected, but also did not have the effect that we thought it was going to. Was really cool. And like that's a collaborative storytelling game, and like that's what is happening, and that's what's really interesting, is seeing all of that come together and develop the story.
And like something that happened in session 5 that like I had not even thought of this possibility.
Talk to me about it as someone who wasn't there.
So you guys have all watched the episode probably, hopefully. So a journal was taken from Vivi's cabin. And our camp counselors were caught with said journal by Vivi.
I know. What a bummer.
And then, but they were able to keep hands on that journal, which, by the way, I should have had him just pour coffee all over it. But this,
I thought that's what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
And then he poured coffee all over her.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure he was gonna pour coffee on it.
Yeah.
And I understand why he didn't, because he's trying to actually still be able to see what's in it. And if we didn't be able to see what's in it, I mean, that was huge. So like the revelation, once we actually get to look at those photos, is huge. So I'm glad he didn't pour coffee on it. But then magic is so free and open here.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could have fixed that somehow too.
Yeah, there was a fix in there, but like I hadn't even thought about that. So like first of all, wow.
10 out of 10.
And then so like she was not able to get the journal back because she was very quickly shepherded out of the cabin, and then Terumi made her poop herself. And I was like, you guys have got to stop doing this. This is a running theme.
Yeah.
Why? But to get the journal back to her in a way that like kind of absolved them of any like repercussions. Spin's character casted a spell on the journal, or cast a spell on the journal. I don't know what is appropriate grammar with it. Casted or cast a spell. Casted a spell sounds weird.
It does sound weird. I'm like, a spell was cast.
A spell was cast.
So they cast a spell. I think cast is
okay.
As someone who's not very good with grammar and stuff, but I think that he cast a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the journal to make Vivi forget the last 24 hours. And I'm using the bit in the when someone who can cast spells is deciding on the effect that they want the spell to have. There's a metered list of what those effects are. Yep. And one of those effects is enchant an item. And that feels proper and correct.
And so vague.
Yeah.
They're all like
vague enough.
Specific enough to give you direction, but vague enough to not limit you.
Exactly.
Like,
so that's fun. And in doing so, Silas was able to hand the journal back with this enchantment on it. And so, you know, she forgot the last 24 hours. Like, he asked her a couple questions to make sure that, like, it had taken.
Yep.
And she asked him out on a date because, like,
she forgot.
That was her plan the whole time. And she had also forgot the last 24 hours. So, like, cool, awesome, sweet. But then I had to take a break for a second and like walk away from the computer, and like the team that we had playing that night planned. And I came back and they were like, hold on a second. If she lost the last 24 hours, did other camp counselors lose the last 24 hours?
Yeah.
And I did not see that coming. That was incredible and brilliant. And I was so happy with it because, like, had I thought of that? Absolutely not.
I was going to say
0%.
I was going to ask you, and I don't know if it's too soon to tell, but like, was the hive mind part of the plan, or is it something that developed and you were just like, that's fucking cool?
It developed.
Yeah.
That was like, you and Mans and a couple other people like latched onto it.
Mostly Mans.
Yeah.
Not like, I was going to say, like, yeah. I'm not that good at picking out the puzzle pieces.
It was just,
I just have fun along the way.
It was an idea that I had. It's like, there is something here.
Yeah.
But nothing so like physical as an actual connection between the two of them. And I'm like, thanks for that idea, buddy.
I love
That's
it.
Brilliant.
I love it because like, it didn't feel forced on our end, and it, like, if you had said like, I had that plan the whole time, would have believed you.
Yeah, no,
like, that would have believed you.
That was you guys saying something, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put that in my pocket for me.
I love it. And I mean, like, that's another example of how I think, like, first of all, great job.
Thank you.
Because like, having that flexibility to tie something in that's like a long-standing joke or something like that, again, just gives the whole thing more texture, more meaning. Because if he was like, I don't know, I really think it's a hive mind thing, and then like, it wasn't there, it still would have been a funny joke, but like, giving it, like, making it real, it's just like, oh my freaking God, that's so cool. Like, I can't believe I was right. And it's like, even if like, maybe you weren't right, but you were like, that's really cool and I like it and I'm going to make that work, is just a way that this is a collaborative storytelling game. And that is what I think is just so important in these games. And
really like, it was such a good like toss up, because like, how I would have
whoa. I hope that you guys could hear that. That is Lance just zooming around with his toy.
How can you not hear that?
I don't know. I mean, like, if you can hear Trixie tip tapping in the background, I sure hope you could hear that. And I'm leaving
it was real loud.
It was.
But like, even if it hadn't been like, yes, this is a hive mind, like, if that had been an incorrect conspiracy theory, I still know that there were people within the party that would have been like, no, this is absolutely the truth. And they would have done everything that they did from that mindset anyway.
Yep. I mean,
which like lends a whole other layer to it, because it's like, sometimes, the NPCs are going to lie to you.
Yep.
Like, and sometimes you're going to have a theory that is incorrect. And like, while I want to give you guys everything,
of course,
sometimes you're wrong. And I feel like that adds really interesting, like another interesting layer to it of like, you guys had a theory, you were wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to have consequences, but those consequences like make it weird and funny.
Yeah.
Like us, I will bring it up maybe every time from now on, us not going into the castle.
Yep.
During the peace talks. Yep. And how we're like, no, it's a trap.
Clearly a trap. I'm not going in
and
there.
It was.
Reference
and we
to
were
C3.
Right about that, but also we were wrong about us dying if we went inside.
Oh, so many things. We were wrong about so many things.
Yeah.
But that's even like the inside joke that eventually became a real thing. Like C1, I, as Jazz, would pull out every freaking torch, convinced that one was going to open a secret door. So every room I'd go in and be like, I pull on the torches, and it's just like, either they like fall off or they come out, but like, never once for Jazz did it open a secret door. And that's fine. I'm like, she's gonna do it. She's just convinced that this is something that is going to happen at some point. And so she always did it. And then in C2 it actually worked and opened one, and I was just like, Jazz somewhere is just so thrilled. And so it was just very funny. But but I love it. I mean, I think that like, this is a really good, I mean, I know I've already said it twice already, but this is just a really good example of a good collaborative storytelling game.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the decisions that we make and the choices that we make and just kind of where we decide to go, like, are actually influencing the story. And while I know you have like an ending in mind, like how we get there, not even sure if you know. I mean, how can you? I
have no idea what you guys are gonna do next. And I have a couple of things in my pocket for this evening that like, it is gonna be interesting if they come up. And it's like, how do you deal with that? Because I know that you are very much like goal focused with your the next plan.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing next.
Yes. I think like,
and if you guys stick to that, or if this thing happens.
I mean, as per usual, like it's like we have 3 things we want to do. We have step 1 we want to do, we have step 2 we want to do, and we have step 3 that we want to do. But if step 1, which none of them are related, they're just things we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they're all technically related, but they're not like step 1 doesn't have to happen in order for step 2 to happen sort of thing.
Yeah.
Trying not to give you guys spoilers because that episode hasn't been released yet. But go on, Ansel. There's just, I don't know about that.
Here. Okay, I made it bigger. Now it's Lance sized.
But obviously, depending on what happens with 1 or 2, may completely change what happens with the rest of it. But like, it's like and part of the reason that we make, or at least I make those structured plans is because 1, I'm a person that likes structure. So like, yes. I need that. And also 2, to give you an idea mm-hmm. of what our intentions are for the next session, so you know what to plan.
Yeah, and you guys you guys have done a really, really great job during this campaign of like giving me a scaffolding to work with. Yeah. But like that also segues really nicely into my next point. There have been at least 2 sessions,
talk to me,
that I have rolled up with nothing.
Oh, good
absolutely
for you.
Nothing. I'm like, I don't know. And we're just going to see, like, they will lead me in a direction and I'm just going to spout off some bullshit and it's going to go really well. And every time like the journal thing, no plan.
Sure.
That when that session started, I had nothing.
Sure.
And it turned out to be one of the most revelatory sessions that we've had so far on a plan.
I mean, that was literally session 4, right?
That was session 5 when I was here.
Oh, well, session 4 started with the photos.
Yeah, I mean, when Silas was giving the journal back.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I was going to say, because, like, to your credit, I have no idea which sessions you were unprepared for.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did that feel for you? Like, especially, I know you've had DM experience before.
Very loosely.
Sure. But and I know that this is different, but like, how are you feeling? Like, talk to me about like the some preparation, no preparation. How did that feel for you?
So now that I know that it works and that it can be done, like the first time I rolled up with nothing, I felt like trash.
Sure.
Like, because I see how much prep you put into Humblewood and how much prep Matthew put into all his stuff, and then like obviously all of the prep that Mans does all the time for our big campaigns.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am failing every member of my group right now because I have not had the time to put anything together. I'm just going to wing it like I've done everything else in my entire life. And I will be able to throw something in front of them. Mm-hmm. They will give me something in the first 5 minutes that I can use. Mm-hmm. And I know that. And so like after the first time, I'm like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can absolutely do this. And I've never been a huge planner because like, I think it is a lot more fun to just be like, where do you guys want to go? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then like making it more of a, like, I'm bouncing off you guys.
Sure.
And like making it, and I think that I had a point and I lost it, but like it goes to show how like incredible you guys are as role players, that like I can roll up with nothing and trust that you will give me something.
And I will say, to your credit, mm-hmm. you have already done all of the prep work that you need to be able to roll up to to our sessions with minimal prep. Because in order to do that, and this is like, again, this is not like a judgment on anyone or anything like that. And we can talk about like the differences and things. But you have to know the area mm-hmm. well enough, and you have to know what you want from your story well enough. And if you know those things, you can pretty much come in with nothing planned, because like you have done all the work of the camp, what areas are outside of the camp that we need to be familiar with. So like, it's not like you have to prep something.
Like a new town. Right. I made sure of that.
Right. Like, you don't have to do that. And that's fine, because like, we don't need that. Like, there's plenty for us to do here. Like, we're not trying to leave the camp with the mission unsolved.
Yeah. It's a contained story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've already introduced like the NPCs, so you don't have to like think of a random new name for someone. We're not asking the gas station clerk what his name is. Like
Saul.
Exactly. Like, we're not like, those aren't things, and you've already prepped for all of that.
Yeah.
So once you have that prep and you've already like know kind of where we're going, you can come in.
Like, there are guardrails.
Exactly.
Like, but they are so wide that you can't see them.
Exactly.
You know?
You're not coming in unprepared. You're coming in fully prepared. And that's why you don't have to have like a complete outline.
Yeah.
Like, for Humblewood, I mean, Humblewood was a whole new world, a whole bunch of NPCs. Oh, yeah. We went to five different locations, and those each had their own NPCs. And Humblewood itself, like, Alderheart was so big.
Yeah.
And like
huge.
It gave me nothing.
Good luck.
It was like, hey, there's these 3 areas. These are the kind of shops you'd find there. There was nothing about names. There was nothing about NPCs. There was nothing about... The only shop guide it gave me was for Eliza's Emporium.
Cool.
So, like, and that was it. And so everything else, and I was just like, but what about the rest of it? And they were just like, we got nothing. Finger guns to you. And so it was like, I had to prep all that out because I didn't have a world.
You have nothing.
Plan.
Yeah.
And so, like, I had to plan all of that, and it's a matter of scale. Like you said, like we're in a really contained area, whereas Humblewood was multiple cities and multiple things and multiple NPCs and a new world, and I mean, it was just 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Also over the course of 6 to 8 months, of us doing that, but like, that's why there was so much prep work for it, is because it gave me a lot of scaffolding and not a lot of detail.
Yeah.
And like,
God, I would be, just side note, I would be so happy to see Humblewood again.
We will. I have no doubt of it.
I love it.
There are multiple like little one-shots that they released. They obviously have the whole second campaign now.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that. I just have to have the motivation.
Whenever we get there, just one day.
It's a good thing we're not planning on stopping playing anytime soon.
Yeah, no. That is something that like I just keep in my pocket, and I look at the little picture of Nita in that locket every now and then and be like, I'll see you again.
Oh yeah.
I trust that.
Oh yeah.
And like, oh God, and like, speaking of like contained stories.
Yeah.
Like, if we ever come back to Monster of the Week, like, and with the same characters, maybe, like, presumably, which one is it?
Presumably. I'm pretty sure it's presumably.
It is. Presumably. Supposedly.
That's why it sounds so normal.
Yeah. I've already got the scaffolding built out for where the next mystery will. It's going to be bigger.
Sure.
I don't want to give too much away, but like, it's going to be in a city,
right?
And like a bigger one.
Sure. As opposed to a camp.
Yeah. So like, there will be a city that you then have to navigate.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to kind of put these characters in a larger blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But that'll be like, I'm excited to see if we ever come back to it.
I'm sure we will.
I've got like, that one is pinned, so if we ever need it, I have it.
Yeah.
And it's ready to go.
Well, and I love the way that our group does things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have Mans, who of course is our long-term DM.
He's the big guy.
But we also, like, he needs time to write those big campaigns. He can't write the next campaign when we're still in the previous campaign. Like, and he needs a break because, let's face it, even DMs, not all of them. Some DMs just want to DM, but most DMs want a chance to play every now and then. And so like giving him these 6-month plus breaks at the end of a campaign in order for us to like have these little vignettes, like to be able to go ahead and like have that, I think is so great. And like not only do we get to try out different campaigns, and this time like I did obviously Humblewood last time between C2 and C3, but now between C3 and C4 both you and Matthew got an opportunity to DM, which is great because I mean Matthew's done like little DMs and stuff like that before, but like this was an opportunity for both of you to try out an idea that you've had, and I think that was really great. And it was able to like I didn't really have the motivation or the oomph to like go ahead and do a whole Heckna or anything right now. Yeah, I still want to very much, but I think like
I still want to see Heckna real bad.
Yeah, and all that to say, like I'm really, my goal with Heckna was going to be to not have so much prep work, because I do feel like, not like I pigeonholed myself, but I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself. And so I want to give myself the opportunity to DM with less weekly stress. Cause that is not something that I like was really good at. And I'm not someone who's really good with like change to plans anyway. So DMing for me is a bit of a struggle, and I'd like to get better at it, which is why I think that like DMing again would be good, but we've got the itch for a long-term campaign.
It's time.
After Monster of the Week is over, we are pretty much we might take a week or two depending on whatever Mans needs for prep time, but like we are ready for a long-term campaign again. Yeah. So we are
in all of our up for C4. Keeper to DM, like handing off the torch discussions. Like he's very much like, when, like what, give me the date that I need to be ready by. So like I've given him that date, and I'm like, I am confident that we will be done by the beginning of December. So first week in December, let's go. Like have it ready to go. And even if we're not ready, or if you're not ready, we can take an extra week. But like I'm ready now.
And
but
even
like
then, like I'm sure we can either have like a one shot or something if we need to. Yeah. And I mean the holidays are going to be in the second half of December anyway. So I mean, we usually take a week or two off at that point, and we can always just play games or something instead. Yeah. Like we'll find things to do. We can play either Lethal Company or Repo or something. Like it'll be good.
And like circling all the way back around to the like giving all the DMs a break discussion. You don't make your superstar pitch every inning in the World Series. You just can't do it. No. It just doesn't work like that. Yeah. You got to rest them. Yeah. So that when it's time, they just absolutely knock your socks off. Yeah. Like I'm so excited I could die. And for all the viewers at home, please know that I have considered just cutting Monster of the Week at least 3 times in all seriousness. But like, I want it now.
But he's not ready now.
He's not ready yet. But maybe he would have more time to plan if we just no more. But I would never do that to the people that are invested in this story. No. Me being entirely selfish, I'm just like, but I want it so much.
I know. It's okay. But I think that things are going really well.
Oh, yeah.
With Monster of the Week. We've got a lot of progress. And I never would have known that you didn't have something prepared for those. Like, again, it's not that you didn't have anything prepared for them. You've already prepared so much you don't have to prepare.
Yeah, like I have all of the signposts that I need. Yeah. And like it's a little scary sometimes. Like again, I have 2 potential cutscene triggers planned for this evening. Oh. Like there are 2 that could happen. Okay. That's all I've got though. Like that's fine. That is if they go here, if this, then this. And like if you guys decide to go into the woods tonight, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I know what's going to happen, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Sure.
So, like, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. And I'm especially stoked to have everybody back around the same table. Yeah. Mostly. Yeah. Except for our Florida friends, but Say la vie.
Oh, yeah.
Say la vie. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mostly
it's
around.
the usual comment.
Yeah. How it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it's just, again, weird month.
Yeah.
Weird month.
Yeah. October was weird.
Glad it's done.
Yes. Same.
Like, Halloween, fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the best Halloweens. But, like, there was such a marked difference from October 31st to November 1st in my, like, psyche.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm like, we're past that now.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, thank God. Thank God we are done. Take it away.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but next October, because, like, in last October was crazy for several reasons.
Okay.
The hurricane.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, my brain was like, I don't remember. It's like,
Yeah.
you will not remember.
We've had 2 weird ones in a row. So the next one's going to be great.
This was still better.
Yeah.
It was better than last year for sure.
Oh my God. Like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for waiting patiently for our next episodes to drop. I know you're checking your feed like every 5 minutes. Have they dropped it yet? Have they dropped it yet? Here it is. There you go.
But yeah, guys. Well, thanks so much. As always, comment and like this video.
Mm-hmm. Subscribe if you want to hear more.
Yep. And then ring the bell if you want to get notified when we upload a new video.
Mm-hmm.
We've probably got a couple more sessions of Monster of the Week. Probably 2, maybe 3, but probably 2.
Mm-hmm.
Left until we solve this mystery. And then we'll be
die trying.
Or die trying. Wow, that's true. And then we'll be moving on to C4, which we will at some point give you guys
a primer.
Yeah, give you guys the primer, figure out like what we have idea-wise for certain things.
I'm just checking the dates on everything really quick. Okay, we're good.
What is it?
So
2 weeks or 3 weeks left.
We have tonight,
Uh-huh.
and then 2 weeks after tonight. So 2 and then a break, or 3 and no break. So
2 and then a break would be best probably for Mans.
Yeah, so that he has time to think.
And next week is when our characters are all due by.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I think everyone's figured out though.
Most people have theirs nailed down.
Listen. I think everyone has them. You know what?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, are we still recording?
Oh gosh. Well, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.